Not feeling the best tonight.
He's apologizing for being sick.
Thank you for the interpretation, John.
I mean, the look on your face, you look like the kid that sits in the back of my class that I have to repeat things 6 times for. Sorry.
Only 4 times. We hope you get to feeling better, Tim.
Thank you.
I love the delay. Do we delay?
Does he know if we have?
Does he know?
No, we don't delay.
You have to talk into the microphone so he can hear you.
Oh, well,
We don't delay. I've watched enough online. We don't delay.
he delayed.
I'm listening to you right on my phone. There's no delay.
Oh,
There
well,
is a
you're
delay.
delaying.
Screen's a little delayed. I'm also looking at you if it makes you feel strange.
Not at all.
The streaming is delayed, no.
Is it?
For-
Oh,
By
okay.
about a minute or two.
Oh, really?
Is it delayed that much?
Dave will say, we'll all stand up, and you guys will all be still sitting there. And then we'll all set and stand up.
Hello, Dave. Nice to see you too. Thanks for waving back.
Are you waving back?
Of course.
Okay.
Uh,
We don't believe you. Can you prove it?
There's a like,
If I start getting. Ooh.
Ooh. Well, I don't
All
want
right.
to ask that question.
6 o'clock, we'll call this regular village board meeting to order. If you all please join me in a moment of silence. The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, could you take the roll?
Trustee Fletcher.
Present.
Trustee Gerger. Trustee Detmers.
Here.
Trustee Charo.
present.
Trustee Ferguson.
Present.
Trustee Nice.
Present.
Village President Kimsey.
Present. Could I have a motion to allow Trustee Nice to participate remotely?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Fletcher's made a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Charo. All in favor?
All right.
Opposed?
Aye.
Thanks, Tim.
You can't vote on that yet.
All right. Any public announcements this evening?
Us. We gotta get Darlene something to make a public announcement for. She's always so there.
At VFW, our grand opening is May the 21st. Kickoff is at noon. Hope to see you there.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Public comments on agenda topics? Hearing none. No old business. Under new business is an ordinance approving pre-annexation agreements with certain individuals. Could I have a motion to bring this to the floor?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Charo has made a motion. Do I have a second?
A second.
Second by Trustee Ferguson. This is, I believe the number was 41 individuals that had requested to re-up their pre-annexation agreements after we sent them notice on the expiring ones. Any further discussion? Hearing none.
Trust,
Voice vote.
Yeah, you can.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item 2 is an ordinance authorizing the disposal of surplus property. A motion to bring this to the floor.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Ferguson's made a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Trustee Detmers. This is a 2016 Impala and a 2016 Ram short bed from the police department, correct?
Just a
Impala. Oh, and the cover from the Ram.
cover. It's a cover for the Ram. Yeah.
Okay. So the Impala. Yeah, any discussion? Voice again. You like that? Not spinning around. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh,
Opposed? All right. I have a motion to bring the consent agenda to the table.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Charo has made a motion. Do I have a second? Second by Trustee Ferguson. Any discussion regarding the warrants or the minutes? Hearing none. Mr. Clerk, would you take the roll?
Trustee Nice.
Yes. Present.
Trustee Ferguson.
Yes.
Trustee Charo.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Fletcher.
Yes.
All right. Schedule of meetings is as posted on the agenda. Are there any other public comments regarding village business? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to recess the board meeting to be reconvened after the committee of the whole for executive session.
I'll make a motion.
Trustee Ferguson's made a motion,
Second.
second by trustee Charo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Board meeting stands adjourned. We'll start the committee in 11 minutes. So if you do a voice vote. Okay.
Yes.
So you got to do that motion.
When's that gonna be? Sure. Police commission. Is it next week, Vern?
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna be here, so I'll have to find
We meet like every couple
someone. Is it gonna be a long one?
Not even that often.
Depends if we have.
All right, 17th? Is this a special one?
Or if we have a purpose.
Okay.
If we have a purpose. Sometimes we
We do have a purpose then on the 13th.
Who's on your police committee?
fund on the 13th or 12th.
Jared Kester, Diane Vandercoy, and Terry Woods.
So yeah, figure that out.
Diane retired SB, Terry is a current.
Yeah, well,
Jared is civilian.
I need to,
I know Jared, we're neighbors. I know Mimi died, she took care of my kids all the time.
are we recording?
Yeah, are we,
One of the greatest humans of all time. Literally the salt of the earth.
Any events where you can actually introduce us.
What do you have those? Once a month, every couple months?
4 times a year, we've had,
Talk to her on the phone.
keep her 3 on admission. We had a couple.
We talked to her when she was driving you through the mountains.
No.
Exercise the rules and then, establish the officer eligibility list.
I don't know exactly what to do. She says there's a.
Another one I get to attend?
Do people speed down
I think you asked for that.
I did.
This is, listen, here's experience. Next 6 months.
Start that you had.
traffic study.
And then you come.
Then you gotta pay your penance, don't you?
We all do, every day. Hey, good news is though, gas is rising, life's good.
Yeah, 270, 475.
75 on the way here, I'm like, what?
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go get my gas tank filled for my mower. It's gonna be like $12.
Yeah,
It's in your neighborhood.
so normally Tucson, 50 cents cheaper. Nope. Normally in Chicago, it's 50 cents more expensive. Nope, exact same price. Go to Indiana, it's usually cheaper. Nope, everywhere was the exact same price this week.
Your field.
Never seen that before in my whole life. I would make a motion that Greg can wear casual clothes to our meetings.
It's standing. I mean, any attorney should know. They always like to dress one notch above their client. It's a
I
power.
feel bad for
It's a power play that you learned in third year law school.
I've got no credibility if I'm not in this.
no, you need credibility with.
She wouldn't have to.
You're making an assumption that you have any when you're in a suit.
You just, because you get to sit right there, because you get to sit there, that's your instant credibility. Because when everybody's mumbling to you, and you go, you win. It doesn't matter what you're wearing.
The mumbling would stop. If I didn't have a tie, the mumbling would stop.
I turn around and go,
I ain't buying it. Trust me, because whether I dress up in the classroom or I wear gym clothes, they do the exact same thing.
Call Jason.
Whatever reason.
Roll call.
Accelerate.
okay, Jason, tune in now. Look at what our attorneys wear.
He's the attorney that handles all the hammer and stuff because I can't do it.
Gotcha.
He wears a suit.
There just wasn't anything we could ask.
He's our conflict counsel.
Hey, he's older than me too, so got insecurities.
Usual time, Vern?
Nice. Smarter. I mean, he's got a lot going for him.
Better looking. He's got a really nice beard.
Well, you might as well just wear casual clothes then. You might as well just be okay with it.
Drive
I
out.
had a more comfortable conference room.
Our conference room's pretty nice.
So.
Nice lobby.
They moved. Where were they when you got? Were they right off the highway?
No, they're downtown.
You know,
Yeah, they moved down by,
but it's
off Toronto Road, off the access highway,
drag race.
right on your way into town.
Oh, like by the port pages?
Yeah,
Where's your office?
right downtown, right across from the old state capitol and the PNC, old PNC building.
They think that location is like wearing a suit and tie.
You need to do.
Well, I mean, I get it.
Credibility.
Do your,
I mean, it's ring.
way of training and stuff.
Lincoln said something
Open
smart.
meetings.
I understand. How many communities are you involved with?
Shows that you did it in 2021, so
Municipality.
good for 4 years.
Six that I go to normal meetings. Chatham's the biggest.
Okay.
Dang, that's a lot. Chatham, Auburn, Rochester, Diverne, Assumption, and Chatham.
Grass.
Yeah, under the.
Oh, well, and then Decatur Township, so that's not a municipality, but like, those are standing meetings that I have. And,
Grass.
no, Forsyth, I didn't mention Forsyth.
Love Forsyth.
Go underneath,
So,
Yeah,
you know what?
growing up in the cracks.
and then a lot of townships, but they're kind of one.
You should look at it on Route 4.
Right.
It's even worse.
You're a busy person.
Yeah.
I go to a lot of these
You've been,
meetings.
the park guys
Sorry.
have been going
No
crazy.
wonder you know all the answers.
Yeah.
Because
You do it all the time.
Joe, we'll see what he's doing.
now that we got summer help kids here, I don't think though they
All
deserve
all of his advice everywhere else starts as
certified.
well,
So it's
I'm
gonna
gonna face this in Chatham.
mix. So
That's true.
We-
That's the biggest meeting that I've ever been a part
It
of.
looks horrible enough.
Longest meeting that I've ever been a part of.
The train tracks.
This
The
was,
weight in front of, in the, between the train tracks. So I think that's in your.
You have it down 17th, right? 5:30 for this commission meeting.
the what?
The train tracks.
Yeah.
There's trees in between.
I got another one.
Growing over
Right.
out of the-
the,
Oh,
Me and Joey were up here last night.
Next Tuesday?
Public property.
oh, it's Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too.
That's like the wrong date, but I think I knew.
get rid of them?
Well, a week from tonight's Tuesday.
To a place.
Alright, I did not have that. Is that a standard meeting that we had set?
For free.
Is that a standard meeting that we had set?
Nothing doesn't say.
Like Checkpoint or One Stop Down here.
It's a good thing you brought it up.
They sell tires.
When was your last
think-
one?
Take the old ones there and send them
Palmer
to
Justin.
recycle things, so
Special.
they'll take it.
My son went
I'm looking at the minutes.
a thing
for
of
the-
flipping tires for about 2 weeks. So we have like 3 of them, yeah, we have 3 of them in the backyard.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, it says next meeting from the last minutes, May 17th.
Water is getting lost tires and it's
After
Architas and.
Trained me, he's in-house in Bloomington.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and send that to me. If you print that out now, just hand it to me now. Yeah. Yeah, then they go with Susan where Amy
It was
was
probably like
tires.
the second time I've sat like.
Minutes are posted,
I mean, I do.
and Joe got,
And that happens, all that happens, and I'm right here.
you still have the minutes, I think, from the previous one, because Joe hadn't gotten those done. But they're done now, because I just posted them.
You think I was like the kind of person who's equipped.
Okay. Jimmy's.
They've all got to get better at that point, right?
They flip tires.
Okay.
And it's the big tires. So he would sit
Yeah.
in the back, flipping tires. They're picking up the.
Yeah, those are from
Okay.
219.
Yeah, no, that explains it, so it's an
We
Italian.
have those, they're posted. So that should be able to be on the agenda. To approve them, because they were not approved at the last meeting.
Those people out there are kind of fun, Jack.
219.
So.
And 2:19 a.m.
Okay, that's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, they both should be on there.
It's pretty intense.
You know, we're always looking for signs.
219.
Good sign. You're in the right place.
219 was the regular one, and then the special one was
3:23.
323.
So both those need to be approved?
Yes.
They're the big.
All right, thanks.
Oh, like real.
Put them on the agenda.
I'll make sure they're there.
And you just you roll massively. Like that will wear your 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And they have your.
I guess I should look at, I'm gonna be out at least 2 trips planned this summer. I better make sure where we're at, when, meeting wise.
First and third Tuesdays
First and third?
is when you plan your trips.
I plan my trips when my boss tells me we're going.
Writing a bite.
You haven't figured that part out yet. I'm disappointed in you.
I haven't
She
been.
lets me know where I'm going, when I'm going.
Tana's that way, She's gotten pretty good about
They
Now-
don't get on the bike.
trying to schedule it.
Well, you know what's happened? We haven't had a conflict yet. The second I do, that'll be one of the first things on our radar. Discharge, yes.
Cam moved over into her bedroom as a suite.
We'll move it. We'll move it.
We have 2 masters.
No, we're not gonna move it. And then the next time, it will always be a conflict.
The other, his old room is
Because she's that.
basically.
We'll see.
Tana's
The only reason.
I share my calendar with her. She can see everything that I got going on at work and here and
Well, apparently I.
look, she goes to schedule something, she looks.
Well, apparently, that's the first tip I was given by Dallas.
Sure.
Master that Google Calendar, because you have no other time frame in your life.
It's not 4 feet,
No
it's
longer in the
an
class.
odd space.
You could fit in
know,
there.
it
Things
seems
you're
like
gonna
they
have
should just
scheduled, you don't even know they exist
2
yet.
feet deep.
Like, okay,
And then
I have a
you
calendar.
could actually stand.
minimal, you know, because everything's scheduled for me now. It's all planned. You have to be here, here, here. And when I have an alternative from that, someone schedules it for me and puts it in my calendar and it hits me a pop-up.
Yeah, I love our basement.
She goes, yep, that's gonna be the first thing you're gonna figure out, that there's no calendar, no time frame in your day.
Good evening, everyone. 6:15, I'd like to call the Committee of the Whole to order. I'd like to entertain a motion to allow Trustee Nice to participate remotely.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Trustee Fletcher, seconded by Trustee Ferguson. All in favor?
Aye.
Clerk Holden, could you please take the roll?
Trustee Nice.
Here.
Trustee Ferguson.
Present.
Trustee Charo.
Present.
Trustee Detmers.
Here.
Trustee Gerger. Trustee Fletcher.
Here.
Item 2, are there any public comments regarding agenda topics? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Ferguson, seconded by Trustee Charo. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
You're gonna get the time for the delay.
Sorry, any opposed? That passes. There are no items under old business. Under new business, we have the CMT engineering updates.
I talked to Jim today. He said he's working currently on putting our MFT plan together to send off to the state, and also working on helping us finalize some of the prices and stuff like that for our budget and our facilities. So we'll have more to report on next month.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions for the CMT engineering update piece? Seeing none, item 2, village manager update.
First thing I wanted to report to you is the fireworks for this year are going to be on Saturday, July the 2nd, instead of on the 4th like we have done in the past. The fireworks company that we've used over the last 10, 15 years had a conflict and they've lost some staff. So they only have one shooting crew and they had already been scheduled for the 4th. So the JCs were going to have an event that coordinated along with the fireworks. So I told them, I said, both the 2nd and 3rd were open and they chose the 2nd. They said it works out better for them. So the 2nd it is. The other thing is, you know, we were preparing the billing system to be able to handle the solar panel and how that reads and goes out to the customers and stuff. We worked through all those issues. They've got it up and running through Springbrook. It's all ready to go. The girls, Jamie prepared a letter to send out to all of those residents explaining it to them. That'll go out later this week. And starting next month, they'll be set up so that they pay all of their regular bill like they normally do. Their water, their sewer, their electric fix, their green fee, all gets billed on one bill. And then on the other bill, it'll have their electric usage and their electric generator. And those two will subtract and add from each other all through the whole year. And then that bill is due the last day of December, which would be January the 15th of the following year.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for the hard work on that.
The girls did a great job on getting all that information to Springbrook, and Springbrook was very receptive this time to getting everything done. So,
It's awesome. Good job.
in the office here, we have been working on the parks, and all of the summer help have been going like crazy in just 2 days to make up for a week's worth of rain. So I know some things look bad out there, so just give it a little bit, they'll catch up. And
Pat, how many people do we hire this summer extra?
2, 3. We used to hire more, but it was harder to babysit than it was to get anything done. So we've got a couple college age guys that come back. We have 2 older gentlemen, I call them that because they're both older than me. And they come and mow 2 or 3 times a week for us. They've done it for so long, they know exactly what to do and exactly where to go, and they do the exact same spots and stuff like that. And they're great guys. They show up, they do their job, go home. They don't ask for anything other than having the check. They like to come in and talk to Jill on Fridays. So. And Bob Erickson still takes care of all the diamonds for us. So we're good in that shape. We are still looking for linemen. We've had no response on that. We did have a person in the streets announce that they were going to retire, gave us a notice. So we just recently hired a replacement person in the streets. So we're going to go back and revisit a couple of the candidates that didn't get picked that first time around. That's about it. Police department, everything's running pretty smooth over there, huh? Oh, we got a new person in dispatch. And then one of our dispatchers is going to retire later this year. And she was nice enough to tell us ahead of time. So Vern will either go back through the latest pile of people that applied or put it back out and do another search.
Oh, so that the one that we hired is not replacing the one that's retiring. So we're still, okay.
How many people do we need to operate that? It's gonna be several. 3?
We've got by with 5, and it's a pretty crazy schedule.
I'm sure.
6.
We aim for 6.
Tough job. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Anybody got any questions for me or anything? I know Meredith said she needs some weeds pulled along some of the roads, and we'll get the sprayers out and try to hit all that stuff on the main drags.
How does that work? How do you know where to send people?
Well,
That's got to be a big job.
believe it or not, Dustin and then they have a map of where all the things that are ours that we have to take care of, and him and Nick work together to know where those are at and assigns people to certain areas. And then they know to hit it every week instead of having to come in and go, hey, where do you want me to go today? They know where they're going when they come in on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and stuff.
We got a good routine.
It's a good team. Gotcha.
People use our app. I love our app.
I don't think very many people use our app.
I love the app.
Yeah.
And every time that I put something in on the app, it's just done within 2 or 3 days.
It goes straight into our work order system. The guys that are supposed to get those work orders, like say for instance, if you had something on weeds, it would go either to Ryan, and if it's a nuisance, or probably on the street, might go to Barry.
It works out really good.
It does. And I wish more people would sign up and take advantage of it. It's Chatham 311. You can get to it through the village webpage, or there's an app that works on Apple phones and Androids. So it's really easy.
Yeah, you just put the app in, and if you have like, most of mine's for potholes and stuff. So you just pinhole where the pothole is, and it sends them an email, and within 2 or 3 days, that pothole is usually filled.
That seems like it should be pretty easy to get
It
people
is.
involved.
But I think it's just one of those hidden gems that people have a hard time
Yeah, I know
remembering.
what.
Yeah, I think Pat told me about it a few years back, but it's,
If people had time and went to our village webpage and really started looking around, there is a ton of information that's on
There's a lot.
chatham.il.net or gov. You can put either one of them in and just start clicking on different things and looking at it. But everything is there from demographics to other businesses. If you're trying to find somebody to do this or that, it's all there. One of the things that a person called me the other day and asked me, you know, it'd be nice if we could take a look at our electric and water bills. And I said, do you pay your electric bill or water bill online? I said, did you ever think of hitting that little button over there that says usage? Well, what does that do? Well, when it's usage, it goes back and looks at the last 3 years of what you've done every month. So if you're looking at electric, you can see, well, I've used lower electricity this month than I did the two previous years. And you can kind of see where you're at in relation to previous years. If you've had multiple houses in town, it still has the graph on there associated with your name for your old residents too. But,
Pretty cool.
Awesome.
but it shows the water and the electric.
Spend more time on that. Thank you.
One item was just I had some folks reach out to me about the conditions of the softball field at JC Park. I reached out to Dustin and his team did a good job of getting some attention there, putting some field conditioner down, and it looked great on my way home last night. So thank you to the Parks Department.
One of the things that we're putting in the budget this year is a field groomer. It's one that you drive, stand it up, and it really, really loosens that dirt and helps get rid of the grass that's growing up and stuff like that. So, it's good. Yeah.
One other item for you, Pat, was I was wondering if there's an update on Next Site and where we are with collecting the data and distributing it to the local businesses to use.
Next Site has put all the data that they've sent us so far on a web page, and there's a link on the village webpage to it.
So they've completed their.
No, not their, that's their back end stuff. So I talked with the library director, start to coordinate some of the reports that they have that are there, they take an explanation. So we're trying to work through a time on when the Next Site representative can be here, coordinate that with a information session at the library with the Chamber of Commerce. It's more useful if you've heard the explanation of what it's doing.
That's right, because it's a limited login.
It's a limited login?
Where they
have all of the data, you have to have a login and password to get into it, and I think we're limited to how many people can access that.
Yeah.
But we'll take that data off that site and put it on our own site.
Correct.
Any other questions for Pat?
Nope.
Item number 3 under new business, Public Properties and Recreation Committee discussion. The public properties met last night, talked through several big items I wanted to just give you an update on. The first is the dog park grand opening, and Rollo made sure to ask me to invite each of you and all of you. That's May 14th at 1:30 p.m. Again, Westside Park dog grand opening. So be there. Sorry? I believe it's a Saturday.
What time is that, Dewey?
1:30 p.m., 5/14.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's after the village clean up dumpsters down at the park. It starts at 7 and is over by noon.
The second item we talked about was the playground. I just wanted to provide an update that Dustin had heard from the distributor that the estimated ship date for the playground is June 1st. We really don't know how long it will take to ship and then to be delivered. And then obviously we are working with several groups, the JCs and others, to then work to put it together. So the hope is to have it in by Sweet Corn, but we never know depending on a lot of things. But Paul Marconi estimated last night it'd probably take 4 to 5 days to install with a good crew. So.
The old playground, the old wooden one was taken down today. And we were hoping to have a dumpster set there when they took it down, but it didn't show up until after the fact, so they'll have to load everything up here and haul that out of there. Should be out by tomorrow.
And then my understanding is that the Parks Department then plans to remove all the old wood chips that have been accumulating there for years and turning into dirt and mud.
Yep.
and they plan to re-mulch the entire area. And so that means that that entire playground will be fenced off until the new playground is installed. So you're looking at probably a month or so without that playground. So those of you that have sports need to bring a book or plan accordingly. The last item was West Side Park. Again, we're revitalizing that park, and they do have bids out for the fence area of the ball diamonds. Was it open today or?
They were open earlier today.
And what was?
They came in over our estimate, but they are two, so there was, I think, 3 companies that did. We'll have that all tabulated and to use at the next, well, if you guys want to have it at the next meeting, we can. If you want to wait till the committee of the whole a month from now, that's up to you, but.
My personal suggestion would be to put it on the next regular village board meeting so that that could be ordered and we get that installed. That's my opinion.
I agree.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Are there any questions for the Public Properties Commission? Item 4 under new business, Utility Oversight Committee discussion.
We haven't met.
Haven't met. And
Our next meeting's on the list of June the 13th, I think. June 14th.
are there any public comments regarding village business outside of the agenda? Seeing none, schedule the meetings. The Committee of the Whole will meet again June 14th at 6:15 or immediately after the village board meeting, whatever occurs first or later. Anyway, I don't believe there's any reason for closed session, so I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
Motion made by Trustee Charo, seconded by Trustee Fletcher. All in favor? Any opposed?
Aye.
Sorry, Tim. Meeting's adjourned.
All right, so I do need a motion to reconvene the village board meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Charles made a motion,
I'll second.
second by Trustee Ferguson. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Also, we need a motion to move to closed session under 2C6, setting price of sale of public property, and 2C2, collective negotiating.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Fletcher's made a motion,
Second.
second by Trustee Charo. Mr. Clerk, would you take the roll?
Hold on. Fletcher,
Fletcher?
Yeah.
Ferguson.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Charo.
Oh, yeah.
You got it. Don't let us do your job.
all right. Trustee Ferguson,
Yes.
Trustee Charo,
Yes.
Trustee Detmers,
Yes.
Trustee Fletcher, Trustee Nice.
Yes.
Okay, there'll be no further action taken when the board returns.
I'm going to stop the broadcast.
Tim will call you on